The purpose of the status conference was to discuss the request by the prosecution to add 5 new witnesses to the case and the request by the defense to have the trial delayed to November due to irregular and delayed disclosure of evidence by the prosecution. The other matter at hand was a plea by Ruto for a waiver of his right to appear in person during the trial, meaning to be represented by his counsel and appear only when ordered by the judges should there be a need to do so. Ruto was present in court to send a clear message that there was no reason to doubt his willingness to cooperate with the court.
I want to set the record that I have cooperated with the office of the prosecutor before even summons were issued. I have submitted to the jurisdiction of this court when required, and will, without any fear of contradiction, do so in the future.
Ruto told the court that he believed he was innocent and stated that the disputed 2007 presidential poll and the violence that ensued produced 2 sets of victims.
The post-election violence victims whose lives and property were destroyed and deserve justice and truth. And another set of victims which I belong to, victims of a syndicate of falsehood and a conspiracy of lies choreographed by networks that are obviously against truth and justice.
He said he understood his civic duties and obligations to the court.
I am aware that my responsibilities to the court as an individual must be balanced by my constitutional responsibilities as Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya.
Ruto's assurance comes against a backdrop of controversy and confusion over a letter requesting the United Nations to terminate Kenya's cases at the ICC attributed to Kenya's permanent representative to the body.
I will do my best, and at an official level as Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, that the new administration, popularly elected by the people of Kenya in free, democratic, and fair elections, will cooperate with the court, because the President of Kenya and myself believe in the rule of law, and we believe that justice and truth must finally be found.
Before Ruto was given a chance to address the court at the end of the session, the prosecution had opposed the request by the accused for the trial to begin in November.
The reality is, time and time again, the objective evidence shows they do not. So, Your Honours, we say that when there's this kind of massive disclosure breaches and the House is not in order opposite, the court should give us a margin.
The rights of the second accused, Mr. Joshua Sang, to a fair trial would be compromised if he is not given enough time to analyze, study, and respond to what the prosecution have said.
The setting of the trial date does depend on the decision on the Reg 35s. I think that's a fair statement. And security measures do have to be put in place for any new witnesses should they be allowed.
Before I wind up, let me take you back to the beginning, how the Deputy President arrived in The Hague. Now, you are watching the footage of his arrival there. Ruto was received by Kenya's ambassador to the Netherlands, Mushiri Makena. He was accompanied by Attorney General Professor Githu Muigai. Although Githu Muigai is on a different mission, he is attending a conference of state parties which is discussing the issue of cooperation with the court, among other issues. Ruto's convoy was escorted by outriders from the Royal Netherlands Police all the way to the court. Before attending the public status conference, Ruto, Sang, and their lawyers went into a closed session with the judges to discuss confidential matters related to the case. Alex Chamwada, Citizen Live at 9.